Yep.
Yeah.
So,
good.
of course, as always on Shop Talk, I am the new co-host because Matt is on assignment.
And of course, obviously, Matt is not here tonight, and we do miss you, Matthew.
We always do miss you, and I'm sure I know what's going on with Matt. I am sure that this is a little bit of what's going on with Matt right now. So
And of course, Matt is still out of town. Oh wait, Matt, are you going to be back? When are you going to be back, Matt?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to Shop Talk Tonight with BlasterPro's! Woo!
Hello, everybody. Girls, children of all ages. This is, of course, Chuck, Charles, Craig, BlasterPro.
And gentlemen, I am Sergeant Slaughter.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is, of course, Charles, Chuck, Craig, BlasterPro. Charles, Chuck, BlasterPro, Craig.
Hello,
BlasterPro. Brought to you, of course, by Charles, Chuck, Craig, BlasterPro, right here. Woo! The man, the myth, the legend, Charles, Chuck, Craig, BlasterPro, right here, coming at you.
It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you, sir.
I'm actually glad you're back.
Don't lie, but it's okay. I
Okay,
appreciate
just like before, you didn't miss me either.
Oh, whatever.
Dun, 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 dun. Hi, everybody. That's right. Welcome to BlasterPro's Studios, where we have, of course, Shop Talk Tonight with your hosts, Charles, Chuck, Craig, BlasterPro. Hello, everybody. You're offline. What did you do? Says we're offline. Are we still live? We are still live. It is. I assume we have to be live. We got a thing that said we're offline. Anyways, I love that intro because it is all about me. I know it's narcissistic, but that's me. So tonight I am back because, well, by popular demand. That's what I'm saying it is anyways. I'm in town, which is always wonderful for me because I get to see my family, friends, people.
Gets to remind us children who Daddy really is.
Yeah, that too.
That always makes me think of a Hank Sr. song.
You're not wrong because I basically I'm out of town so much that like I get home and I get inundated with love by my child because
They're starving.
they're starving for some sort of affection from me.
So I remember last year.
Rodney, why don't you log into that for me?
1 second.
He's trying to zip tie. Oh my gosh, there's no power to that, right?
I assume there's always power to that.
Anyway, I remember you got promoted and they said you won't be on the road nearly as much as you are at the time. And they promoted you and then doubled the time you'd be away from home.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm in town, which is happy for me.
Yeah.
Which it's a plus. I got to go trick or treating with the kids last night, which was fun.
Did you get candy?
I did get a little bit of candy. Saw Floyd. Hasn't been in the shop for a long time.
Oh wow, yeah.
He said, well, he lives in my neighborhood, so
Yeah, why? What happened to Floyd?
he had kids.
Oh,
That's what happens. That's what
Scourge.
happens. We've got Matt Meyer, also known as 10 Man Armor. We got Jeff Hayes, Daryl Hargrove. Everybody says, waiting. Did somebody say Speederbike? Evening. What's up? Hey. Oh, yeah. Sean. Sup, Jeff. Daryl. I'm sorry. Sup, Jeff. Sup, Daryl. And then Jeff Hayes. How's it going?
hey.
That's what I'm going with. That's right. All about me. That's what it
All
is
about
tonight.
you.
That's all it is.
All about
That's
you.
all that matters to me.
Yep.
How you been?
I've been good.
Since I'm never here anymore.
Actually, Rodney's been doing a great job filling in.
That's a lie, and you know it.
No, he actually spoke last week.
What?
He spoke lots
You're
last
gonna have to
week.
start miking Hayden just so you have somebody to.
Remember when we did Mike?
Remember
when we mic'd him? We mic'd him a couple times.
Yeah. But I mean, when Rodney's here, you're gonna have to start miking him just so you have somebody that'll talk.
Well, you know what he wants is independent volume controls. You all right?
I don't know how to log into freaking Facebook.
Oh,
We're logging in under
Who?
Yes, well, Rodney was in the corner. He's trying. We're gonna do a little bit of. Apparently, we weren't able to download the photos we needed, so Rodney is trying to
Log into Facebook.
hack his own computer to.
Of course, we have at Master Control,
We have Hayden.
Mr. Hayden Charles Craig.
It's my phone number.
8675309. Oh wait, no, that's not right.
I don't know anything.
Oh, it's
Are you certain you want to say this right now? You might want to.
It's your password. You don't want to
Yeah,
say
no,
your
no,
password.
I-
You don't want random people getting into your Facebook. Or having your phone number.
513.
Yep.
8675309.
excuse me, everyone. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Please.
So, yeah. Like I said, I'm happy to be back. I got to go trick or treating. I was a costume that I've been working on that hadn't gotten to beta test yet. Got to beta tested last night, which was kind of fun.
You ready to go?
I was Cobra Commander.
A Cobra Commander.
I did a Cobra Commander last night. I got to repaint the helmet because the helmet is not the same blue as it should be.
So it didn't match the costume?
It did not match the costume.
Where did you get the costume?
I made it.
Oh, okay. I'm impressed. Yeah. Wait, which one?
Okay.
Excuse me. So
Oh, you know
I was
what?
Cobra Commander. Some parents were really happy to see it. They were like, "Oh, that's cool! It's Cobra Commander."
Yeah, Hayden and I spent a few hours this week watching school bus figure eight
We didn't
races.
spend a few hours. The race lasted like 15 minutes.
Oh, maybe I spent a few hours. No, but the one we spent almost an hour. We spent 45 minutes watching the trailer race, though.
Okay.
Those are cool.
When they got the campers and boats on trailers.
And basically, they implode.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's really all that happens. It's kind of neat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's amazing. I have the same combination on my luggage. Hey, Steven Schrock is on. Hi, Steven.
And Steven, I got your message. Yes, when I ship out, I will make sure the signature is required. He's afraid of porch pirates during the holiday season.
Porch pirates. That just sounds funny. Like, I get it. No, it's a valid thing. I get it. But at the same time, it still sounds funny.
Sounds kind of gross, doesn't it?
Porch pirates. Arr. We're coming for your booty.
Etsy is still busy as ever. Christmas orders are starting to get in.
That's right. If you
So-
want to check out his stuff, it's etsy.com/shop/BlasterPro for all your blaster needs. Or if you actually want to check out their shop, it's BlasterProShop.com.
he wasn't prepared.
I know he wasn't. It's great.
He was doing other things.
I know, it's great. For me, it's funny as hell because I'm sitting here, I'm saying, he's like, oh my God, I got to put that in there.
He's like, oh no, I have a job to do. All right. So it's a new month.
It is a new month.
Oh,
What's
no,
up with
put
this
that-
thing? What is going on
It's. I'm gonna throw it away.
It's retaliating.
We gave it away to a kid, and he left it here. That's how great of a toy it is.
there? Like,
Probably gets
see, I haven't been here, so I don't know what's going on.
He was a cool kid. He came with his dad. His dad was a first time visitor. Anyway, it was a workshop deal.
Okay.
I
don't know. I'm new.
I was thinking this month that we would actually do Family Feud. We haven't done it in a long time.
Family Feud.
Star Wars Family Feud. So I think that's going to be the game.
Where the points don't matter, and wait, no, that's the wrong one.
The points do matter. Yeah, the points do matter.
Only at the end because
Only at the end.
There's a
That
ton of
is
stuff.
really messing with me when that happens.
There. When he flips over to different stuff on
Yeah,
this
I gotta
page,
look
despite the fact
yeah.
that we're sitting there talking, yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie.
That's why we need to upgrade to the Blackmagic Pro, where he can do his own stuff, and we won't change.
Got a black magic woman.
What happened?
I think his werewolfism kicked in for a second. I don't know.
Dogs howl in that scene.
No, but he's working on the new brain for the gunfighter.
There's a joke in there, but I'm gonna leave it to be.
He is working on his new brain. He's actually wanting to upload his consciousness into that, and he realized all he needed was only about 3 gigs.
So my daughter and I had a conversation about clone hunting
Yeah.
because she's merely the clone.
Which one?
The oldest.
I mean, they're all kind of, depending on your point of view, they're all a clone of you.
So
The youngest is inherited by hatred of humanity
and anger.
and not listening and pressing buttons.
and turning on saws.
That would be under pressing buttons.
I just like pressing buttons.
Spit that crap out of me.
What I decided, I think we were going to give away this month is the DL21.
DL21.
Yep. It's going to get
Fins or no fins?
probably fins.
Fins.
It'll probably be fins.
The Rebel Hoff version.
But if you don't want fins, you just cut them off.
And then it becomes the DL21 Lieutenant Renz.
Yep. Imperial version.
Imperial.
Yep.
Or if you wanted to do a Dengar, just keep the fins on and slap it to the side.
Keep the fins on. And I mean, we've already talked about the Family Feud. We are going to be, or I am going to be upgrading the DL21 this month. That is why it's going to be the.
It's not going to have my thumbprint anymore.
Well, yeah, I hate
That's
this. I hate to tell you this, but yes,
That's disappointing.
I am upgrading the mortar fins. I actually have acquired a real mortar fin, the proper mortar fin. It does not have the cap end on it, so I'm going to have to machine that. But
Can I just grab some glue and put it on?
no, you're not going to put your fingerprints in it, or you're not going to do anything like that. But
That's depressing.
I thought, oh my goodness, the only reason I've never used this before is because I didn't have the proper piece to put on that, the end of it. But due to the it's making weird noises.
He's always making weird noises.
Due to the as a result of
I keep
doing
yawning,
the
I'm
upgrade
sorry.
kit for the A&H Hero, I actually have the proper knurling tool to recreate the proper knurling that goes on.
That's such a fun word. I'm not gonna lie.
Knurling? Yes.
Knurling. Knurling.
Knurling. So I have the proper
I'm going to
knurling
take
tool.
and knurling this to make it knurling because it's got to have the correct knurling in order to knurling correctly.
I have the proper tool, so I can make that piece now and make it correct. And I'm super excited about that. So is Hayden. See, can you tell?
I can tell.
You shaved like 4 days ago, right? Look at him. It's like,
Oh no, that's terrible. I'm not going to do that. That's mean to him. You know that the guy, the computer guy from
oh no, I know what you're thinking.
right?
Yeah.
Take
Dragon
a look.
Lord?
No, from South Park. Yeah, South Park.
Is that the guy you're talking about, Dragon Lord?
from South Park?
Oh no, I was talking. What I said was a whole lot
That's
worse.
Slightly different, yeah.
I didn't put it together until just now. But how do you sound when you yell high pitched in German?
Actually, no, we know that because we can pull up some of his videos and find out.
Oh.
No.
So anyway, we're redoing the DL21, and the main reason for doing it is when I originally put this kit together, it was for it was right around Celebration 6, but anyway, it wasn't
That
for
one?
I put it.
No, not that one.
I did this the same time I did the DL21.
That was after 6. No, because
This was after 6.
this was after 6.
Was it after? It was right around the same time.
No,
It wasn't that long ago. This thing's
No.
like 7 years old, 8 years old.
I know, but it wasn't 6 because
Dude,
I went to
feel
6.
heavy
I
like
went to 6, and this was after 6
All right.
because I helped you make this.
I know, but I was still working on it.
Well,
Regardless.
you hadn't even bought the gun until after 6.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, but it was very close to that same time period.
It was about
The only
a
reason I
year
know,
after I started coming around.
the only reason I know is because I used
It's after the Speederbike.
I used the same wrong silicone that I used on the original DL18. I used on this, and I only did that once.
Because it was about a year after.
Okay, I don't think it was that long. But anyway, when I put this together, I had plans of being able. This is how the main body comes, just like so. And the reason why I kept it like this is so I could easily cast a Ponda version or the Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi versions. I just would add a grip for the other two versions.
You sure I can't just put my thumb
Stop
right
it.
there?
Stop it. So anyway, over the last 7-8 years of having this kit, I have only sold 2 that were actually, and I never even built them. I sold 2 that were intended to be Ponda blasters. So I am now
Put the grip on it
I am now going to cast it with the grip on it.
because they can cut that damn thing off.
So no, I'll save the old mold.
Oh, fair enough.
Because the old mold still pulls good guns. So that's why I've never done it. I'm only doing it to make a better finished product, something that's much stronger because the grip is glued on. Not that it's been a big issue with failing. I've never had anybody say, hey, this failed or this happened or whatever. You have one of these.
Fuck with mine.
And yours,
yeah, but mine sits in the holster the entire time.
But it never
on
failed.
My Dengar.
Yeah, but it's never failed.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So the grips are on. They stay on really good, but I just want to totally get away from that and not have that. I want to cast the gun as a complete gun, like so. So that's what I'm going to do. This is a Sterling grip. I had it set up as my first E11 grip.
Broken?
It is broken because I was trying to get it out, but I've just about got it. I'll fix it. I'll glue it back together and fix it. It'll be fine. But anyway, so it has a wood core and silicone has impregnated and glued the whole thing together. So I'm having trouble getting it all apart. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me.
It's impregnated. I know he's laughing. It's funny.
So anyway, once this is apart, this will also be a different thing because the grip that goes on here, the grip that I cast for the kit is the same grip with the same numbers as my E11 kits. This will actually end up having a different number on its grip set here. So I'm actually kind of jazzed about that. Yeah.
Do we still have the barrel for that?
The barrel for this? What's on here?
It's on there.
No,
Oh, the real barrel. Oh, so anyway, if anybody doesn't know, this is the Henry U.S. Survival Rifle.
AR-7.
It's an AR-7.
and they go for a lot nowadays.
Yeah, when I bought this,
Amazingly more than it
due to the
More
preppers,
than they're worth, to be honest.
Now, due to COVID, everything went up a freaking price.
That's
Yes.
a backpack 22,
yeah, it is.
effectively.
The whole gun goes right into the butt stock. It seals up. It's waterproof. It floats. But anyway, this is the one in the movies is actually the older version of this gun before Henry bought it, but they're extremely difficult to find. So I upgraded this is the barrel nut. I created a new barrel nut that matches the old style and did the modifications, put a scope rail on it, did a lot of little things to it, but still it's completely full of silicone. It's actually pretty heavy.
It is at this point, yeah.
So that's the plan of casting, making the finishing parts for this, casting a new new fins, and casting the blaster with the grip on it. So it will be more gooder. Yeah. Stronger, better,
Faster.
faster. And but I still have the original mold, and I still will be able to make a Ponda version if anybody wants a Ponda version, which I really don't offer it, but it has come up.
For those who know, for those who don't know, Ponda Boba is the guy who gets his arm cut off in the cantina scene in A New Hope. You're welcome.
Yeah. So funny enough, there is
Why does he keep looking at his phone?
an A&H version, an ESB version, and a Return of the Jedi version of this
Doesn't
blaster.
matter. Yeah, there is. There's Ponda. You've got the Ponda Boba. You've got the Hoth Trooper, and then you've got Lieutenant Renz.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have, and it's kind of fun because you have
And the
Cantina Ruffians, bad guy kind of blaster, and then you have Rebel Alliance blasters with bounty hunters also using the same blaster.
Like falling apart, right?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
It's not quite the duct tape stage, but it's almost there. It is duct tape stage.
You need to read that.
And
Doesn't
then
need
you
to go
have
on a diet.
Imperial. Yes, I do. Imperial sidearm stage. Return of the Jedi. So this gun actually works well. You can actually wear it as an Imperial officer. And actually, I've seen very few. I've actually, in the wild, never seen an Imperial officer carrying this blaster.
Oh, maybe I'll have to start doing that.
Yeah. I've had people buy them to be, with an Imperial costume, but I've never seen anybody carry it. So that's what I'm going to do this month. New molds here, upgraded on this, upgrade on that.
So because it's a new mold, it's a new gun, and therefore you get the first one. Yay!
So that's the plan this month, is to get this together for everybody. So at the end of the month, which will be, I didn't even look up the date. The last Tuesday of the month is...
Sorry, I was looking at porn. The 29th.
So on the 29th,
Right.
does that hurt your ears?
Windows 11 sucks.
Windows 11 sucks.
Yes, I'm not happy with it.
Check the date by clicking the date.
On the 29th, the last Tuesday of the month, we will be playing
Family Feud.
Family Feud, and when we get closer to it, if anybody out there is new, and don't know how to play the game, we'll explain it, and you may be able to go back and watch old videos where we did play Family Feud.
I have one of those Walrus Man for the older crowd. I don't know what we're talking about. Ponda Boba. Okay. Sounds like something I should try making, the Imperial officer with that blaster.
Yeah.
Free to buy one.
Yeah, because like I said,
I could always win it first.
I've never seen any. Oh, and you know what else? He was also wearing black gloves.
Lieutenant Renz?
Yeah.
Or Ponda Boba?
No, Lieutenant
Ponda Boba
Renz
didn't
was.
have any gloves on.
No, he had walrus hands.
Yeah, I know. Well, not really walrus hands. They were furry.
Yeah.
Walruses aren't really furry.
Yeah, they are.
They're mammals.
Yeah, but they're not like super furry. They got that.
Well, he was an out of the water mammal. He needed more fur
Ask
Okay,
Jeff.
that makes
My
more
kids
sense.
always ask Jeff when they have a zoological question.
because he's furry.
Can I win one? I won last. You won
Oh.
last. Oh,
Yeah, you
See, I
disqualified
wasn't there,
yourself.
so you are
this month.
disqualified. Sorry about that.
Where are those ammo games going?
There's no ammo in them. I'm sorry.
Well, what's in them?
Buffing supplies,
Okay.
polishing supplies.
Polishing
Really.
and buffing.
Yeah.
I remember there being a third one.
There is a third one, and it is over there behind the front two, and I can't remember what's in that one.
So check.
Why did that come up all of a sudden?
He was looking at them, and it piqued his interest.
Peaked. It's a little peakish.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna do on that.
Yay!
And I'm actually kind of excited about that because this is one of the ones this has been on the long list for
I helped
upgrades.
make that, so that
I know.
that was like the first one that I fucked up the box on. I mean, helped make.
He made a box. Every time he makes the box, did I ever give you dimensions? No, I said keep everything. What did I say?
No, you said make a box for this gun. That's
A
all he
quarter.
told me.
I said a
That's all he
quarter.
told me is make
Between
a
a
box for this
quarter
gun.
and a half inch off of all surfaces all the way around.
Make a box for this gun.
And he was making boxes that,
I made one box.
like, for the mold for the DL44, it is 60 ounces of material.
This
Matt's
happens
box
every
would have
time.
been about
Every
120 ounces worth of material.
Every time.
I could have put two DL44s next to each other in the same box.
So glad we're friends.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that, and that's why that's going to be our giveaway blaster this month.
Yay! Giveaways.
Hey, did you guys figure anything out on?
They've got it up.
Oh, you
They've
got it up.
got it
Oh, rock and roll, dude. Cool.
You can get a 1-to-1 on your Facebook and this Facebook.
Awesome.
So pick and choose what images you want.
All right, well, we'll just pull it up and we'll just pick and talk about stuff. Anyway, so the Speederbike has been, let's just say, ridden hard. And
It needs some work.
it's been
to
ridden
make it
hard
pretty
and
again.
put away wet.
Like, she's still pretty. Don't get me wrong. She's still pretty, but
It's-
she needs some.
It's
She
gone
needs some
down the
TLC.
highway late spring, late winter.
Well, yeah, but one
late
day
winter,
we went
early-
from sunshine to snow all in the same day. 70 degrees to snow.
It started out as rain, but by the time we got back to the house, there were 4 inches of ice encapsulating the entire bike, except for the back.
And
the
but it
back
started
was
off
fine.
at 70 degrees, and it's
I-
only like 70 miles.
Yeah, that was a treacherous 70 miles too.
Crazy.
Because we had a U-Haul that same year, so we're all U-Hauls blowing and sliding all over the highway, and I can't even tell. It's so bad. I have to hit my brakes so my third brake light will illuminate the bike because I can't see if
Is
it's
it
back
still
there.
back there?
Yeah. Because it's heavy to load, but the truck never does feel like it's in there. The truck can't. Yeah.
She's got it where it counts.
Yes.
Yes, she does.
So anyway,
But she still needs a little TLC.
she needs a lot of TLC. A lot of TLC. Well, you got to think about it. It's only had one rework,
Yep. And that was just the back little
and
panel
that was
there.
to fix the major body damage
Yep.
that happened in the very
the
beginning.
very first day.
We
'Cause
have,
some dumbass
yeah.
decided to jump on the back of it and
You
cause
know
the
what?
whole thing to go up like this with somebody on it.
The thing was, he was a VIP guy. We were still sitting around the bike. We were standing. We had Becca on the
Becca
bike.
was on the
It was the
bike.
first year she was
Yeah.
doing Speederbike or a biker scout. She's sitting on the bike. We're all talking about the plans, and then we talked to her, and she's kind of getting settled in, getting to know the bike. We didn't even think the con was open yet. This is also the first year for our early VIPs.
Yep.
So we're standing in a circle about 5 feet away from the bike, moved away from her, and she's still sitting on the bike, just kind of looking at stuff and whatever. This dude must have bolted from the front door, ran, found us, and then ran and jumped on the bike, and the bike stood straight up in the air. Becca flew off, dude flew off, bike crashed to the ground, and that was our very first day ever at the con.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And it split the whole back of the body.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the very next person that got on it ripped the
Snap
control off of it.
arm.
And we're like, boy, I was real proud of this thing, but now it's literally going to be destroyed in one
So,
weekend. It's
Pull
nothing
up
to be left.
pull up the control arm. That control arm. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't have all the pictures.
Go ahead and pull us up, and we'll just direct you to it.
So basically, initially the pictures were the pictures. The control arms were made out of wood.
They can't see this. There they are.
Yes.
Top
The
right.
very
there
top,
you go.
That one.
Yeah,
That one right
that was
there.
good.
So pull that one up. So we've got two screens, and we're trying to make sure that you guys can see what we're doing, because we can't actually see what Hayden's posting up there. Why are you saving it? Just show the Facebook page.
Because I'll show the Facebook page.
What does that matter?
I don't care.
Because I want to show the full picture.
Well, that's all right. It'll be fine. We're just going to get enough this stuff off Facebook, so it doesn't matter. Matter of fact, you can show us this same
Plus, I
page.
could always just transfer it on my piece.
You ever think that it's a little more difficult this way?
I don't care.
I literally can't see like a tenth of the screen because it's busted.
What? You know what? I don't
It's
even
been
know.
like that for months.
I don't even.
Are
know.
you sending that out to the world?
No, I'm not.
Send it out to the world,
So they can see what we're talking about.
and then put us back on there so we can see too. There we go.
Hey.
Hey, everybody.
All you're gonna see is the freaking desktop on this.
Okay. We can do picture in picture even.
Yeah, you can throw us on a picture in picture.
Alright.
He does not like this at all.
He does not, and that's
Yeah,
really
take a
blurry
look.
that way.
Here's the desktop.
So those were made out of wood, and we were super proud of those. We
That
thought
was
they
a
were gonna be
lot
great.
of work.
It was because they're actually layered. It's 3 layers of different wood.
And that is also well, let's start at the very beginning. This guy starts coming to my house, really is what happened. So I was doing a workshop, pretty much didn't even think about the other clubs, and it was only 500 first. Then one of the guys said, hey, what about Mano Mercs? And I said, don't they smell funny? He said, yes, but they're actually kind of fun. I was like, he wanted to post it up on the Mano Mercs page. And I said, sure, go ahead. Then he shows up. And then not long after, he says, hey, I know somebody.
No.
Yeah.
We were trying to think of ideas, weren't we?
No, you said, hey, I know somebody if we want to build something, or hey, I am connected to the con,
Yeah.
because you knew I wanted to do something for the con,
Oh.
but you said you were connected and da-da-da-da. So,
And I am.
yeah. So anyway, so Mino and him leads us to building the Speederbike is really what happened. But we were originally going to build the ATST. But
In 3 months.
we
In
only
3
had-
months.
we only had 3 months and no money. So that was a little
So we came back the next week and said, we can't do that. Let's do something else.
Yeah. So we did Speederbike, and then starts the fun.
Bring up the styrofoam.
So yeah, Barry, one of the crew, he
Poor girl's been abused.
he scaled and made templates, which we actually have.
We first started off.
We started off, and Matt doesn't. He says he doesn't like this photo, but he keeps referencing the photo.
Because it's
Do the chalk. Pull the chalk drawing photo up.
So this is the first reference we ever made of the Speederbike.
And that is actually Barry standing off to the side there, and he just did that quick chalk drawing on the floor. And Matt says, "Yeah, that's about right."
Because when we were reading up, because of course we read up on everything we can beforehand, and it shows it between 11 meters.
No,
it was between 11 meters or 3 meters. So we had this whole range of
what we had was between 6 feet and 17 feet, and they had different versions for different shot angles.
Yeah.
So
it was stupid. Like you're like, what the hell? How can there be that much variation with this one thing?
So we figured out that about 11 and a half feet actually looks right and kind of feels right for what everybody sees the bike at. You know what I'm saying? Because they do all kinds of goofy stuff for filming anyway. So it's because the lens, the way the lens, so we started researching it. We figured out what the original one thing was made of. We figured out all this stuff, and then we started recreating it. Matter of fact, I think our research in knowing what the original mock-up prop was, so they kit bashed a prop and then handed it over to the other guys, and they made full scale models of them for the actors to sit on and work and do stuff. So like the fact that we knew the saddlebags on the bike are actually, or the engine covers on the sides, those are space shuttle engine covers or cowls or whatever you want to call them. Knowing exactly what those were really help you make that shape proper.
Or that the body is an F1.
The body is a Formula One car. Yes. Let's see what else is there. There's all kinds of stuff that's like, but the two main things was like the body itself.
Yeah.
So where the seat is actually where the controls are is the front of the compartment where the driver would sit.
Hernan says Sukuyovod. It's brother. I don't know. It's some Vode is brother is all I know. He's talking Mandoese. He also says hello there.
Hello,
Hernan.
Hernan. Rodney's over here also.
Hi, Hernan.
See, proof of life once again.
Proof of life.
Sorry, no gorilla.
Oh, I'm wearing my Dadalorian.
Your Dadalorian?
Yeah, it says Dadalorian. Like a Mandalorian, only better. See?
Hernan says hi.
I mean, we got gorilla tape here.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so go back.
Hello there,
Hayden, just pull up, throw the whole page on so we can see the pictures, and we're just going to talk through the pictures. So anyway, we're going to go over the history of the bike, and then we're going to finish up with what we're going to do and what needs to be done as far as repairs go. That was a good plan for tonight.
Sounds
right?
great. Whatever you want to do, man. I'm with you.
As much as he hates this. Okay, so the body was, if you go to the next picture next to Matt right there, to the directly
next to me.
Yeah, down one. There you go. That'll work. So there's Barry. What Barry did was he did all the math. He told me how big the foam block needed to be. And then how we did this was
glued a bunch of foam blocks together.
Yeah. We glued a bunch of foam blocks together using Super 77 spray adhesive. But what you do is, I'm a body man or auto body technician by trade. And right here, what we're doing here is he is doing the footprint, the straight down profile. Give us the big full show again. Bring us back to the pictures. Go to the one directly above that one. right there.
Which is us cutting out
So
the footprint.
I made this really cool
Very dangerous.
homemade foam cutter. Everybody in the shop was amazed with it. They like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Because it was super dangerous.
Yeah, it was hooked to my battery charger. It was still
Not a battery charger. Battery.
no, it was hooked to a battery charger.
Oh, that's right. It was.
Yeah, I set it up to a battery charger on a 1 amp, a trickle charge, a 1 ohm charge.
And it was just a wire. It was just a
And
wire
then,
between
of course,
two
the
things.
battery charger running a current between the two wires allowed us to make of just about any size of foam cutter we wanted. And Matt foam cuts. That's when you knew I was a really pretty cool cat when I pull something out. That was very early when I was garage engineering cool tools.
We did some fun stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, so we hot knifed it out and then go straight above. Go straight up one more. There you go.
Let me sand it down.
Yeah. So then we start sanding that shape.
Just the sides to get the
Just the
side
sides.
shape.
Now the reason why this is like this.
Yes, it was made with panel foam initially.
Yes. Anyway, so once the sides, everything was done. Now it's just a block in the shape of that.
Hey, Wes, that's my nephew.
Okay. Go back to the photos, Matt.
He's
Hayden.
currently at my house, actually.
Oh, cool. Why didn't he come?
I didn't invite him because it's just a show.
Yeah, family members are cleaning.
Okay, so anyway, we don't see this, but later on, Barry came back and did the side profile.
It's right.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's it right
That's
there.
not the full side profile, though.
But that's pretty close.
Yeah, his family's moving
There
from
you go.
California to here because my brother just
So-
retired from the Navy.
Then Barry did the side profile. And what you end up doing is once you got the footprint right and you have a lot of the other details correct, you start sanding. Go ahead and pull back. There's my DA there, all covered in
Yep.
foam. Start sanding. Go up, 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 up.
Next one over to the left.
Get a cool shot of me doing something.
I think you were actually
There-
doing most of this. Stuff.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, what I did was when you start sanding, when you have the footprint and then you have the side profile, you start sanding the lines together.
For those of you who carve wood, it's the same principle as carving. So you do a side and a top, and then it gives you the complete picture 3D model of
Yeah.
it.
Or if you're like me and a body man and you're fixing a quarter panel, you have the wheel arch and you get that distance pulled out properly and you create the proper distances above it, and then your body lines just naturally fall into perfect order.
Same concept.
So anyway, moving right along. Go ahead, Hayden, pull back. Matt took it to the surf shop. So there you go.
With a big goofy
Yeah.
man even.
Anyway,
It's odd.
that next picture, the picture to the right, not
Of the
that
surf
one.
shop.
Yeah. Go back up.
Well, sorry, to the left because remember it's backwards on
Yeah.
the screen.
Sorry. No, not that one. Go top row where you're at. And I want the foamy one. I want the plastic wrap.
Next one over.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. So we did not have time or money.
To make a mold.
Exactly. So we decided to
Forgo the mold.
forgo the mold process. We didn't even have money for a plaster mold. It was sad. This is how it worked. I got paid I got paid every other week.
And I
so
got
did
paid
Matt.
every other week. But they didn't match, so they went like this.
We both had paychecks. Every week I had a paycheck, and then the next week he had a paycheck. So we always had a little bit of money to throw towards the bike every week.
Yep.
So, and the big item was the steel plate.
Yes, it was.
We were so stuck without the steel plate. Pull up the pictures again, sir.
It was $200, and like now I wouldn't even think about it, and I would just do it.
Scroll up.
But
So-
back then that was a big cost item.
So grab that picture with my back to. It's in the middle there. That's it. Yeah. So what we did was
Went straight to fiberglass.
we had a fiberglass party. We had a crew cutting fiberglass strips. We had one person mixing resin, and then we had 1, 2, 3 people applying while I applied resin.
onto it.
Yes. Now, here's where we messed up. We decided to do the thing all in one shot. And what ended up happening is we created too much heat. And
With
the heat
styrofoam
started to melt the styrofoam. And the bike started to develop a twist, especially in the back.
Yep.
So now remember also, we had no mold. So we have a raw fiberglass surface. So pull that up again, Hayden. Just leave it up, dude. We can cut back.
He doesn't like it.
He so hates
He
this.
hates this. He hates this with a passion.
Scroll up.
Because that's
there it
that's
is.
the finish.
That top right photo right there.
Tie.
There you go.
The other one. Or that one.
That one. So there you can see. Now you can actually see lines in it. And those lines are where the fiberglass or the foam melted and shrunk under the heat. And because when we wrapped this in fiberglass originally,
Hey,
it was
that's my old van.
Yeah, it was completely smooth. So let's go. Let's find the frosted cake.
Frosted cake.
You know which one I'm talking about. Go up.
Well, there's the sides. Us making the sides. Oh, there's the
There's
first
the
cake.
first one on the right hand side. There it is. Yeah. So we ended up having to wipe. Well, we knew we were going to do this anyway because it was raw fiberglass. So we wiped it front to back with body filler and started sanding it down. Go ahead and pull up.
Body
another photo.
filler is really good.
Yeah.
Bondo for those of you who who have watched the show and don't actually know it.
So now that the body is done, the crud thud day, flip her over, go to any one of the ones where it's upside down. This is a fun day because actually everybody loved this tool and everybody had to have a crack at it. What we're doing is
Can't even see the tool in that one.
Yeah, what we're doing is
right there.
There it is.
Look at that.
What we're doing is using this crud thud
which is a round circular disc with a bunch of wire bristles that stick off of it.
And they're not just like this. They're pointed this way, heat treated and angled. They look like mini syringes, and they're all just digging. It just digs. It claws into stuff. Everyone loved this tool. It was like, this is the greatest thing ever.
And we were all covered in pink. Pink
So-
little foam bits.
Anyway, now we're getting to the point. The body's pretty much done. I got to cut the slot. I got to cut the breathers in it. Do the first control panel picture right there. The red button. Matt did this.
Yep. Well, but to give proper credit, that red button was where everything started, because apparently it was from a cock and ball from a toilet system.
Yes, and Dave found that.
found that.
Yeah.
I've never found one just like that
No,
ever again.
and matter of fact, I think the next one we do is going to be aluminum, and I'm going to anodize it.
But that was where everything started, and then I just cut it out from there.
So Matt built the control panel. It's still the same control panel that Matt built. A few different changes. We've gone through a few set of control rods.
Yep. Because initially they were a fix. They were just 100% there, and then now they.
Do you remember the first time we took it to a con?
Yeah.
To Dayton.
It broke.
And
they
every
all flew off. They all flew off.
But they were all like lodged. They all fell off, and they all rolled down my bed. Some were in the bed. Some were in between the bed, the tailgate, and the bed when the tailgate was open.
But they were all still there.
We had every single one of them. Go ahead. Find another photo, Hayden. Right here. Go to the one where I'm welding. So I welded the frame. When we started the welding process of making parts and doing stuff, we started with my MIG welder, and we quickly killed my MIG welder. So I ended up having to stick weld a lot of it. Go ahead and pull up photos again.
You know he really doesn't like this, right?
I know.
Is that why you keep doing it?
No, I mean, we can. Okay, so go to the white, the one with the foam. See the white with the foam? One up.
Up one.
One up. There you go. So going back to the saddlebags we were talking about, the space shuttle pieces, we sculpted them out of
Foam again.
Foam also. This time, somebody had a few extra dollars, and we got some some plaster of Paris, and then repeated the whole crud thud thing, except for this time we had a mold. And go ahead and go back. From the mold, you can see the empty mold right there next to, remember that picture right there? There you go, Hayden. The one you just had, there you go. Got enough of that out, and then we basically, I filled that with fiberglass, used that, and then I didn't use release agent or anything. I just went ahead, went quick, down and dirty. Actually, I may have waxed it.
You made 2 of them.
Yes, I made a left. We made a left and a right. Yes. We made a left and a right. Oh, look at that. Pre-DL DT21. You see it right there?
Right there.
And there's an M19 scope just to the right of it.
Yep.
Wow. Hayden, do you remember that drill in that picture?
Then we made the...
You remember that? Would you like to tell everybody what happened to that drill?
I killed that drill.
He was playing with the clutch. He thought it was the coolest thing until the thing started smoking.
I thought it was pretty cool when it started.
So go ahead and click next, just the next
Yeah,
photo
just click
over.
next photo. We'll just keep going.
We made the... Nope, the other direction. One more. Okay, so we made those. Those are actually just wooden...
Those are the
original wooden control panels.
At this point, what's going on in the build is Barry did a wonderful job making templates of tons of different parts, such as the little inspection covers and whatever. And we were able to take like a handful of templates and hand them to our crew individually. And there were so many parts, like these parts, Matt's control panel. There were so many parts that were made by individuals sitting at workshop, just cutting, tracing, and cutting and making pieces. And we really had no idea how well or if any of this was going to fit together properly. We were flying by the seat of our pants, but Barry did such a good job. Our flaps, our controls, the dash.
All based off the fact that it was going to be 11 foot long. That's all he had.
It was all his scaling. And we were going directly off of his scaling.
Yes. Go ahead, back out.
Go on up. The next picture up is
control panel. Don't really need
okay.
those.
Do the mud flap picture.
That one there.
Yeah. So here's a quick shot of the mud flaps. The mud flaps were made double layered. They did not hold up. They broke
3
the first.
3 mil Sentra.
Yeah, they were 3 mil Sentra, double layered. Barry did the tacks on it, right?
Yeah.
So he drilled all these tiny little holes and put thumbtacks in it.
And they're 3 mil because you didn't. I'm sorry, they're 6 mil Sentra total, but you didn't like the weight of the 3 mil.
No, we didn't have the thick 3 mil.
I know, but you didn't like. No, I had 3 mil, but we basically double layered it. To
Yes.
6.
Well, I wanted them to be thicker and stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, move on. Just go to the next photo to see what we got. Okay, now this is where we're getting into
the underside. Oh,
yeah.
no, this is the front.
Now these were also all templated pieces that Barry had made. Now in this rework of the bike, a lot of these wooden pieces that you see here are going to be replaced by aluminum pieces.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to remake all these pieces.
Some of them already are because these two right here.
The two little, what do we call those? The
wooden toggles for the control.
No, we call them little bones.
Yeah.
They're down in the bottom there. Those broke very early, and those have already been replaced in aluminum. Yeah. Go ahead and click it again. Here's the front vents, putting in the front vents and the little indentations, little body features or whatever. Go again. There's Matt's dash with the controls. We found Barry had this
video game.
Yeah, it was like a plug it to your TV motorcycle game. We took the motorcycle game apart, cut the levers off, inverted the levers 90 degrees, and glued the whole thing back together with some very strong industrial epoxy, like stuff you can't buy.
But it works great.
No, these things are bulletproof. They are so stout.
But they also look like they're supposed to.
They look the part, yes.
That's the best part.
Go ahead and continue. There's the first mock-up of the controls and the dash.
With the 30 and 33 degree angles.
Oh, yes. It took me
all night.
A couple days and a lot of thinking to figure out how to cut a multiple angle to get the controls, because there's a spacer piece that needs to fit against the body, and the body has rolls in two different directions. So I had to make a compound multiple cuts degrees to get it to work, and those work. I'm not replacing those pieces. We're taking them off and putting more those spacers.
Oh, I thought you meant you were going to make those out of
I'm not making those spacers out of aluminum.
we're going to keep them wood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because you know what?
What?
There's nothing wrong with them.
Oh, okay.
And it was very hard to make.
It was.
Go ahead, next.
You text me at like 3 a.m. to tell me, oh my God, I finally got it.
Yeah, it looks good there. Keep going. There's another angle of it. Yeah. And the vents, remember how tired I was?
Oh, God.
And I was cutting that panel line in the bike, and I kept cutting it wrong. And I cut it wrong 3 times the exact same way. I cut it. The other side I got perfect. It's the left side I couldn't do. For whatever reason, it took me 2 days just to cut one panel line on the left side. My brain was not functioning anymore.
The panel line is that little vent right there where the leg would be.
Yes.
Just so you guys
and
understand.
if you look in the background is one of the fenders being worked.
Yeah, it is.
Then go on. Let's try another picture.
Click.
Oh,
there is a picture of me. Holy
This
crap.
is when Matt finally had a good enough paycheck. That or his kid,
single at that time.
Had to starve that week.
Yeah.
Because he went and got a 1/4-inch thick,
1/4-inch thick,
4x4,
4x4, and we cut it down to a.
We cut another
3 foot
we cut,
by 4 foot.
Yeah, we cut 1 foot off of it. Anyway,
you cut it and then I grind it out.
Here's Hayden, our director, being taught how to weld. Oh, so anyway, the photos of we'd have to go to the other one.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about.
We're not going to do that. But anyway, here's the back end with the engine mock up. Basically, what happened was when we got that piece of steel, we took it to my work. The frame had been cut. The frame underneath the bike has been welded together already, but it had never been.
You want to go to the other page?
No, we don't need those photos. But anyway, basically what happened was everything was going to be centered around an I-beam, a big old hunk of I-beam, which is a scrap piece.
An 8-inch, 2 foot long. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
8 foot by. 2 foot, 8-inch I-beam.
So once we got the steel plate, we were able to put the I-beam on it, and then the frame that I've already welded up for the inside of the body, we were able to attach to the I-beam, which has now been welded to the plate. And that's Matt and I spent a Saturday doing that. And then we realized there were no doors that we could get it out of.
No, remember
There was one
left and they locked that one door we had.
We came in one door and I didn't have a key to that other door. So we ended up going out a door that was literally a football field away from where we parked.
Whoa.
Do that center photo right there.
This one?
That one there. I like that photo. So this is in the garage. This is me mocking up the long tubes. There's Hayden right there. Say hi, Hayden.
Mocking up the long tube so you can put the steering control vanes on it.
Yes. So we're mocking those up. Those slide on the bike now. They actually they're slid into their inserts now, and they're bolted to their inserts. What I was doing was mocking them up in midair. And then I'm going to take the body off, and then I'm going to build and weld supports to it so they'll stay where they're supposed to be. Yeah, see, the bolts are already in it.
Yep.
Go to the next photo. Okay, that's showing I put threaded inserts in them. Next photo. There you go. Oh no.
Let's cross this off here. Okay.
Just keep going. There we go. Keep going. Yeah. So now we're into priming. We're doing the priming stuff. Now this is what, 2 weeks away from the con?
About 2 weeks, yeah.
Okay.
Give or take. We might actually have to switch over to the other one because that's when the painting stuff, it'll show up on the painting stuff.
Yeah, roll up a little bit and see what we got up here.
Well, one of them is him holding a sword and shield, which I think he's trying to not show.
Is that what you're trying not to show? Yeah. You got a helmet on. Nobody knows it's you.
I want to switch over to the other one.
All right, go ahead and switch over to the other one. So at that point, we are quite literally in super duper crunch time.
Yes.
Like nobody's business crunch time.
At that point, we just got primer on. We have 2 weeks till the con. Andrew Satterfield comes to the shop and goes, "Are you guys going to have this done yet? Because it's all spread out on Chuck's lawn, having just been freshly painted."
No.
photo.
The paint job was a week before.
A week before, sorry.
Because you remember the meltdown night.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a whole nother subject.
So, but anyway, we're about 2 weeks out, and we're just now starting to prime everything. And and then Andrew came out, looked at everything. We actually were not in the program because he didn't think it was going to be done in time.
We can't blame him. No, we can't. In his defense, we cannot blame him because he came over a week before the con, and it's still in parts all over the yard. So
yeah,
I can't blame the guy.
So he pretty much just deleted us from the program. Which today he probably would not do that because he's used to people being.
He's used to us like being at the last minute.
Well,
look,
for us, we've always delivered.
Yeah.
But he's just used to people bailing a week out or 2 days out or just beforehand.
Celebrities leaving. At the
Did you get the other one pulled up? All right, dude. All right, cool. Fitting the flat. Okay. So once again, I can't believe how dark my beard was back then.
That's putting in.
Barry made the piece that went in there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, that was good work too. These are all just mock-up photos that they're actually going a little bit back in time, but
back out so we can.
Oh, look, there's the blaster. There we go. That is me plasma cutting. That's my solar panel for a machine. I'm plasma. Now I'm welding. This is me welding the I-beam to the base.
This is stuff you were just talking about just a little bit ago.
Now, there should be the next photo or pretty close to. Okay, more welding. Now, this is mocked up. If you see, there's vice grips hanging out underneath the body. All we're doing right here is squaring the body up and holding, clamping everything in place. Then I'm going to remove the body. Go ahead, next one. Next one again. Next one again. There we go. Now I'm tacking. I'm just putting tack welds in to make sure the frame doesn't move because Matt's happy with where the body's at. Actually, he's in the corner crying. Oh, no.
I'm the one taking the photos.
You haven't been burnt yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
That doesn't happen until like the next photo.
Here in a second, we're going to pull. There the body's off the frame, and now I'm going to solidly weld it together, and I'm going to weld in some braces, and that's when Matt gets burnt.
Yeah. Right there.
That brace right there is the one that got Matt. I said, Matt, look out, that's hot.
It wasn't that one. No, it was this. I was measuring that cross piece to make sure it fit in.
Oh.
But it was already hot, and you had.
Yeah, because
I was measuring it to make sure it would be good, and he says something, and I go, "What?" And then it's like smells of bacon and hair. And then he said, "Careful, that's hot."
That's hot. So here it is in the shop, and this is when I'm actually mocking up the tubes. They're on stands, and you can see I got a level on them and everything. Surprisingly enough, we built the thing with a level. Everything is actually square on the bike.
Nobody would believe us.
No one would believe us. No. Those just
mock-ups.
Yep, mock-up photos.
More mock-ups. More mock-ups. More mock. Oh, first day of paint.
Yeah.
So this would have been
the weekend before the con.
This says March. Well, that says March 16th, 2014. That's not right. That must be when we loaded it. That was literally the week before the con.
That is the panel. Beautiful belly pan.
It is a beautiful belly pan.
Now, for a little bit, there are parts we sprayed the edges of the bike silver before paint.
We did pre-weathering stuff.
And we did put down some latex for body chip. And you can actually
see the chipping right there.
You can see a little bit of chipping around the vents. So we did it even before we put the high dollar, and that is a very expensive paint job. Before we put the high dollar paint job on it, we sprayed silver and and did some chip work around different places along the edges and high traffic areas. And if you can see there, the motor is installed, the inspection plates and all the little pieces that people worked on. The turbo is installed. The turbo is built from a
bunch of
PVC. Actually, a lot of the parts are swimming pool lighting pieces and whatnot, and a half gallon bucket.
Yep.
And T-rails.
Yep.
We got T-rails on the inside of the turbo. Go ahead and go to the next one. Oh, I guess that's it on this one. Go ahead and find some expo reveal photos.
Well, that's the first day of the expo right
there. That right
that's
there.
You.
Yeah.
The one with the guy on the bike. Oh, never mind. Right there. Any of these? Any of them?
Yep. That was Dayton.
That was actually in Dayton.
Yeah, that's not me. No,
it's not.
Is that Mark?
I don't remember.
But anyway,
that's Chuck on the bike in Lexington.
That's Lexington, yeah. But anyway,
so we can go ahead and close this down. So now that you guys have seen the entire process of the bike, we now
just wanted to go over the history, and we had tons of photos, and we've never actually talked about this before like this.
We've glossed over it, but at the same time, what we're going to do is...
So basically, really, the true thing is, the Speederbike is a love child between him and I, and that's the reason why we're still stuck together. It also was the reason why the Speederbike pit crew became a thing.
Yep.
The reasoning behind that was because 501st, Rebel Legion, and Mando Mercs, all the clubs were involved, or members of all the clubs were involved, and we couldn't make it a group-centric, so we created our own group.
Short answer.
It's kind of the way it worked, isn't it? Yeah. But anyway, so all the wood pieces you saw, a lot of them are having a lot of difficulty due to age.
And weathering.
And weather.
Specifically water damage.
Water damage. People damage.
People damage.
So we're replacing as much...
So to give a little quick background, like the little wishbone pieces have been replaced. The arms themselves have actually been replaced. We hooked up with the Boy Scouts of Cincinnati, and they actually offered us to build those. They initially said it was going to be out of aluminum, but then they turned into something much heavier.
Yeah, they're steel.
Besides
the base, they're the heaviest part on the bike.
It is friggin' heavy.
We actually had to do extra special reinforcement on the bike because
just to make it work.
Yeah, because of their weight. Like here's another piece that I had made.
And then this is actually going to be one of the wood pieces that's replaced because it actually just recently completely collapsed in half because of its age and weathering.
Yep.
So
I'm going to go in and when I put these on, see, a lot of things are going to have to be repainted and reweathered and trying to get the look. See, the bike has got a real special weathering. It's got our own weathering. And then it has its own real life weathering.
Valid statement.
And to throw pieces on it, even if I gunk and dirty this thing up, to throw this on the bike, these also had little decals that Barry made these tiny little decals.
Stickers.
He added decals to
remember
the
those
dash.
old on G.I. Joe stuff where it would say "do not a step" and stuff like that. He did that type of stuff all over the bike.
Inspection cover, everything is in Aerobesh. So power on, power off, thrust, lift, this, that. He's got decals all over it, and over time those decals have
worn
off, fallen off. I would actually.
I'd love to see him redo those.
I would like to see him redo the decals, and that's something.
I'm sure we could.
I don't think he would be actually. I think he likes that stuff.
That would be one of those things where he'd be like, "Yeah, I can do that. I can do that in a heartbeat."
That's stuff he likes to do. But anyway, so our mission is
whether we choose to accept it or not.
It's pretty much going to happen. Is we're going to have the bike.
To be fair, new parts adds to the weathering. It looks like it's been serviced through the years.
Possibly, yeah. That makes sense.
I get that.
Maybe we should paint these white and put them on.
That is a terrible idea.
You're right. I always seen them as like military equipment. It's like, we're fighting in the desert now.
Can I have lights?
What?
Can I have lights?
No.
Why?
You know, we were actually at one time going to add sound effects and a strobe light underneath. Remember, we got this whole.
And then we saw what the Kentucky guys had done, and we didn't really like the way they had it set up.
Yeah.
I mean, they did a great job. They did a great
Somewhere
job.
we do have somewhere we have a whole Kroger's lightning and strobe mist spray system somewhere in the shop somewhere.
Yes.
And we were going to adapt that whole thing and change the thunder to pew pew pew. They don't even do that at Kroger's anymore, do they? The thunderstorm and then it mists. Do they still do that?
Still do that at
I haven't
Kroger.
seen that in a long time. Anyway.
You guys stick around for like an hour just to see.
Oh, is that what it is? So anyway, these here were done lost foam casting is how I did these. And I think a lot of the pieces that we plan to replace are going to be lost foam. Some of the other pieces we plan to replace are going to be done on the metal lathe. Pretty much everything's going to be replaced with aluminum.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fun and probably somewhat difficult task. Some of the pieces are pretty big. The one thing I want to fix is that thing on the front.
Yep.
That sensor nozzle.
Yep.
Whatever the heck that is. And that's going to be a difficult
Isn't that
piece.
the radio jammer?
I don't know what that is. But that's got to be fixed too.
Yep.
That's got to be redone. That little box that Barry worked on forever has tons of detail and it's super fragile. It's got a grill on it.
The belly pan needs to be redone.
The belly pan has to be removed. So besides replacing aluminum parts, replacing wood parts with aluminum pieces, we have other battle damage that is not going to be replaced but be repaired, and that's the belly pan. The belly pan has a split right down the middle, and that belly pan was almost the end of all of us.
Long story, we're not getting into that one. It's a sore subject.
It's not a sore subject anymore because it turned out beautiful, but like you know what my argument was. Nobody's going to see it. It's on the bottom, the prettiest part of the whole bike. You have to lay on your bike. Matter of fact, we've even told people.
The Canadians did it, though.
They did. They laid underneath. It was like, holy cow, you're right. This is beautiful.
They took pictures of every inch of that bike.
Matter of fact, the only time you get to see the belly pan is in those photos when it was off the bike. That is the most beautiful panel on the bike, and it is, yeah, you just can't see it. But anyway. So that's what we're going to be doing this month. We'll be covering, maybe it'll go into December. Oh, and I wanted to make a quick announcement for December. We have not decided what our December giveaway is going to be yet, but be prepared. It is going to be the game show. What do you think, Matt? The game show, yes.
Two-time winner right here.
Two-time winner. So if in the drawing, best bet.
And remember, Sean wanted a rematch.
Sean wanted a rematch. Sean was good. I enjoyed having Sean here. So yeah, we can have Sean here. So anyway, in December,
I need a title belt though. I'm just saying.
That'd be fun.
The winner that gets no prize.
I need a title belt.
So anyway, in December we're planning to we're going to do the game show again, and we're going to pull out all the stops this again like we did for our 2-year anniversary. We're going to put the background up. We're going to do all the fun stuff. We're going to get Rodney's. We haven't been electrocuted yet. Buzzers out. What? Yet. I'm going to talk to Hayden. See if
I'm an electrical genius.
we're going to talk.
Way to interrupt the outro.
We're going to talk to Hayden about possibly putting together a few other things. But until then, like I said, this is all for December. For this month, though, on the 29th, it's going to be Family Feud. And the winning prize is going to be the DL21. Pew, pew, pew. It's going to be the Rebel Hoth version or the Dengar version, whichever you wanted to say it. It's basically the Empire Strikes Back version is what it really is.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to be playing for this month. And do you have anything to add?
I guess that ends our salute to Speederbike.
Yes, and we're gonna have some more Speederbike pieces in here next week.
Yeah.
And talk about what we've done, what we're trying to do,
I
what
hope
we
I get to
failed
be here
at.
for it.
Oh, I hope you are here for it. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about having the body in here with us.
Oh,
That'd be difficult.
no, not really.
It's just gonna be the
We can
table.
literally sit right here.
Yeah, I was thinking about putting a stand. No. Our director,
How are you supposed to see what you're doing?
I'm gonna put it right here in front. Matter of fact, it was gonna be in here in front of us tonight, but I decided not to do that.
He's not as familiar with the body as we are, so it's
Oh, okay.
That's why he's
All right.
having issues understanding where it's going to be.
Okay. I'll take care of it, sir. He's so weak. He's got a grumpy leak.
We can always hang the monitor from the ceiling.
See, here's the thing. I do not like the fact that I do look at the monitor to read. We got to move the monitor.
That's why I loved it being there. When
we did
was that? Was that?
No, it's for the
That
game
was
show.
for the game show. Yeah, it was like right there. It was
Yeah.
great. I can look at it like I'm looking at the.
We need.
That's right, ladies. Like a read from the
We
teleprompter.
don't
That's right.
have.
And in the news today, you've got a man who.
It's just the difficulty of keeping it so you can see it.
Well, I'm still working on it, but I do want to move the monitor permanently off the table and down there.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
Oh, you could put it on the TV tray. Right there on the TV tray.
He's using TV tray.
I can bring more TV trays.
Okay.
If we have to.
Cool.
All right. Matt's bringing another TV tray. All right. Do you have anything to add? Are you going to be here next week?
I don't know. I won't know till Thursday.
Rodney.
Yeah, this is my life.
Like
This is my life.
It does. Hey,
Like and subscribe.
by the way,
hit that like button.
we-
smash the subscribe.
we are
Get
growing.
notifications for all. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
You know what it is? You just get the notification when we go live. It's all you need because that's when we give away stuff.
We're actually pimping this. Like we're doing it that way.
You know what?
now?
Why not? We don't ever do it.
Just filling in like you don't know what to say.
All right.
I'll tell you what to
That's
say.
funny.
I know what
it.
to say. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Like,
everybody.
it's just-
And now, Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy.
Jack's hand.
Bye.
Okay, bye.